Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jini, and in today's video we'll be playing and reviewing the Tamagotchi TamagoChu. I think the gameplay style of this Tamagotchi is very romantic and I thought it was perfect for upcoming Valentine's Day. And as always, I don't want to talk too much, so without further ado, let's get started. This is the Tamagotchi TamagoChu, or these are the Tamagotchi TamagoChu, I'm not sure about that. This package is like tiny, and I do think they have the size of the Tamagotchi Nano. I don't have my Nano here, but I do have my Uni and my Connection here. And let's show you guys the comparison. This is how the Tamagotchi look like in comparison to the Uni. But now let's unbox this. Let's get them out. Here's a first look of the blue one. It says moon here on the left. And this is the pink one, and it says flower here on the right. And I think they just make such a cute pair. Let's put in batteries right away and boot them up. So the batteries are in, and now we can select if we want to continue the gameplay or reset the devices. And I definitely want to reset them, so let's do that right away. Oh, they're actually the other way around because of the buttons that you can see here. So they're actually supposed to go this way. So first let's set the date and the time. The buttons are tiny, so it's really a struggle to push the buttons. And I have to admit it's fairly late already. So let's set the time. I really want to just go with the default characters because they will evolve. If you've already noticed, on the blue device we get the male characters and we get the female characters on this device. I do know it's very cliche, but they do have more gender neutral shells. Let's just continue. I'll go with these characters, and as for the names, I named the blue one Mochi and the pink one Miso. And now let's start the gameplay. Oh, they're already asleep, so we cannot connect them since it's already 11 p.m. Sorry about that. But before I say goodnight, I wanted to show you guys the little crochet cases I made. And they're a few years old now, so I don't really remember where I've gotten the patterns or if I just thought of the patterns myself. Now they're all cozied up in their crochet cases. But for now, good night and see you guys in the next clip. Good morning guys, I'll have to leave pretty soon, but before I do that, I wanted to give you guys an update on the Tamagotchus. That's how they are at the moment, and I think they like each other from the get-go already. So let's connect them. I guess that is love at first sight. Yeah guys, I think this is all you can actually do with the Tamagotchi, but I'll give you guys updates throughout the whole week, and hopefully they will become a cute couple, because so far, as far as I can see now, they're only dating, I'd say. I'm not 100% sure about the evolutions because it's been a while since I last played them. Okay guys, so I just came back and I wanted to connect them again. Let's see how they're doing. Oh, it's not reacting. I think the crochet case was blocking the button, so let's try again. I've informed myself a little bit about the Tamagotchus on this website that I will show you guys here. And apparently there are several animations that are dependent on the interaction between these two. And what I think is very funny is that if you try to connect one of the Tamagotchi to another Tamagotchi that you haven't connected to just yet, it may influence the relationship your current pair has. One thing I also didn't know, but it makes totally sense, is that the Tamagotchi is more geared towards adult Tamagotchi fans, since it's heavily focused on the relationship aspect, which I think is very interesting. So in general, it doesn't really have the basic functions, so you cannot feed them, you cannot clean the poop, and so on and so forth, but it's heavily toned down to only this connection feature. It also makes sense because adults, you'd expect them to be a little bit busier, and maybe they're not able to take care of a Tamagotchi like every few hours or so. Just breaking it down to the very basic basic connection feature, I think, is guys, so I just found out that if you press the C button, you can get animations on the Tamagotchi. And I also think that they can change depending on the relationship they have. Good morning, guys. They are having breakfast, I think, and let's connect them for the first time today. They're still not evolving, but I read up on it and apparently it takes quite a lot of time for them to evolve. Let's look at their animation. Guys, they evolved! We have Mamechi here and I'm not 100% sure who this is. But I was worried because I knew that the evolution phases take a little bit longer on the Tamagotchi, and I was worried that I wouldn't make it in time for this video, but here they are. And as far as I know, a good relationship is apparently a requirement for them to evolve. I took them out of their cases because it's kind of hard to connect them together with the cases on. Let's see. Very, very cute. And as far as I know, there's even one more evolution stage where they can turn into the senior characters, but I do think that requires more than 2 weeks. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is what it looks like when you press the animation button. Let's have another one. Oh, this is so adorable. Not a lot of content, not a lot of animations, but on itself, it's just very charming. I just wouldn't pay too much for it. But if you can find them used for a fairly good price, I can really recommend them. Yeah, guys, but I think that's it for the gameplay part. We'll go to the review part or summary part, all in one. As you've seen in the gameplay part, it really only has the connection feature, but it's difficult for me to criticize this part because it makes sense since the target audience for this special release are adults. They probably try to consider that adults are a lot more busy, thus only including the connection feature. With that being said, do I recommend the Tamagotchi? I do think they're very cute, but I'm not sure about the prices. I haven't checked them. I feel like since they are quite old, you probably only find them for quite inflated prices. So if you can get them secondhand for a very good price, then I'd say it's such a cute idea if you want to share it with your partner or with your siblings or maybe your best friend. That'd be so cute. But on the other hand, if you want a very connection focused Tamagotchi, I'd rather go for the Tamagotchi Connection re-release version because that probably is the most affordable option you can go for if you're looking for a connection focused device, and you get all the bells and whistles like items, shopping, mini games, and so on and so forth. Yeah, with that being said, it's still very cute and I thought it was very fitting. So if you find them secondhand for a very, very good price, I don't think there's anything that speaks against it. Now with having watched my video, I hope that you know what you can expect from the Tamagotchi, but be aware of the very limited functions or function the Tamagotchi have. Guys, I wish you a beautiful Valentine's Day next week. I'm sending you a lot of love, and thank you guys so much for always watching my videos and commenting and liking. I really appreciate that. Other than that, take care, and I hope to see you next week. Bye!